records at Temple. He threw for 4 touchdowns against L.A. I can't wait to see what he does for an encore. I'm serious.
So basically, you need a roughneck. You know what you're saying?
I'm not MC Light, but yeah, I like the Houston Roughnecks.
I like the 3-point conversions. All right, let's get back to the show here. What are we doing? The
Michael
Dak
Irvin.
Prescott and Michael Irvin. Unbelievable stuff here, guys. So Michael Irvin just can't stop talking about Dak Prescott. It's just, you know, it's a story that won't die. Tom Brady to Dallas rumors days after Michael Irvin said some people with connections told him the Cowboys would consider moving on from Dak to TB12. Irvin, man, he's been in full control spin mode, saying those comments didn't come from the organization itself, then telling a local Dallas newspaper he's surprised by all the traction the story's gotten. I'm shocked, Irvin said, quote, I'm blown away by this. I said what somebody said. That should no way be taken as those are my thoughts on what should happen. Ain't no way in the world that should happen. That would be insane. Are you kidding me? Are you out of your mind? It's over for Tom. Oh, boy, that's a lot to take in, Rob Parker. Do you agree with Michael Irvin, the playmaker?
First, I'm going to say Michael Irvin has walked this back so far that he's now in Mexico from that. I mean, where are we going with this? Like, I get it. They got to you. I mean, really.
I think they said, we're considering moving on from you.
I mean, really.
Favorite legend.
Because I don't believe Michael Irvin is a smart guy in the television business. People listen to what Michael Irvin said. And for him to say now, like, he's surprised that it got, what, right? You're going to dump Dak and bring in Tom Brady. You don't think that's going to get attention, or are people going to be like, what? What? Michael Irvin
said it with a little conviction.
A Hall of Famer.
Guys have told me significant people.
So I think that it's kind of weird now to hear him back up. I don't know about his whole idea that Brady is, it's over for Brady, Tom. Is that the quote? Does he mean that he should retire? He can't play anymore?
I think that's what he's saying.
Is that what he's basically saying?
I think it's up for our own assumption.
Right. When you say it's over for Tom, Tom is going to be playing in the league. I don't think that even, you know, the idea of moving on, like I said, if you were the Cowboys and you're Jerry Jones and you think I got talent and you have a chance to win, it's not like ridiculous to think that Tom Brady could not come in with the pieces and maybe win something for you if you didn't have confidence in Dak or if you didn't want to sign Dak to a contract. So I don't think it's like totally ridiculous, but I think that the Cowboys were just upset because they know that Tom Brady's not coming there and they don't want to bend the confidence of Dak Prescott. So that's why you have to, you know, get rid of it, let them know up front that, no, we're not believing in this. We don't want Tom Brady. And the same thing with Mike McCarthy when he poo-pooed the whole Tom Brady. You can't talk about a guy you don't have, especially when you have a young quarterback still trying to find his way and trying to get to a place of trying to win a Super Bowl.
Yeah, go ahead, Greg.
No, go for it.
Look, I agree with you. I think they got in Michael Irvin's ear and was like, look, you not gonna be in games. You're not gonna be in the suite. We'll call it NFL Network, whatever it may be. But look, I think he's wrong. I think he went too far in saying Brady's done. Now, I don't rule out the possibility that if Tom Brady went to another franchise with a different system, he's 43, he might not have the success that people expect. But in New England, all I see in Tom Brady is at 43, he can no longer carry mediocre talent at the skill positions like he has most of his career outside of Randy Moss and Gronkowski and maybe a couple other guys. So if you put the right skill position players around him, say they went out and got A.J. Green, say they got Greg Olsen at tight end, they were 12-4 last year. I keep saying it. They beat Buffalo, a playoff team, twice. They beat Pittsburgh with Ben Roethlisberger. They beat your Philadelphia Eagles that you love so much. And Dallas, who didn't make the playoffs, was a pretty good team. So they are still a good team. Tom Brady can still be a very productive quarterback in this league. Look, and I'm not saying this because I know you love Aaron Rodgers. Tom Brady threw 24 touchdowns. That's only 2 fewer than Aaron Rodgers. His yards per game was higher than Aaron Rodgers. His QBR was higher than Aaron Rodgers. So if you're saying Tom Brady is completely done, then maybe you're saying that about Aaron Rodgers, which I don't think is the case either.
We should point out that Brett Favre, Green Bay Packer quarterback, said Tom Brady's good to go. He's okay. Like, this is getting silly, right? We know Tom Brady's fine.
We know he's Tom
He's
Brady's going to play in the league.
You know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of LeBron last year struggling. Even though Tom Brady went 12-4, LeBron struggling. He's a washed king, and now we got Michael Irvin. Oh, it's over. It's done. They lost in the first round. Like, let's just ease up on Tom Brady. He's fine.
Yeah, Tom Brady, it's not over for Tom Brady. When I listen to Michael Irvin and you hear the reports that he put out there about, you know, Tom Brady possibly being the choice over Dak Prescott and then literally backpedaling to Mexico, as you put it. It's one of those things where you start to backpedal so far, you start saying things that you know you don't even believe.
Right. That's
like,
how bad it is.
To say that Tom Brady is it's over for Tom Brady, you can't measure the heart of a champion. Like, you just can't. You don't say, for a guy like Tom Brady with the accolades and the accomplishments and the things that he's done in this league, that is just over. Now, we can say his play is declining.
And we all agree with that,
And we all agree with that.
We all agree.
I think everybody unanimously agrees with that. But to say it's over, that's saying he can't produce or be effective in any situation. And so I think that's totally absurd. I don't agree with that 1%. And when I look at Tom Brady, you have other people who have done these things where we've said, well, Adrian Peterson, oh, he's not going to come. He's not going to be effective. He's done. Look what he's done. He's continued to be consistent. Now, he's not the Adrian Peterson of the Minnesota Vikings, but he still produces. He's still an effective part of that offense.
We saw Peyton Manning win a championship.
Peyton Manning do it.
Right?
We've seen players change helmets, change jerseys, and Tom hasn't done that yet, and still be effective. And so for him to say that it's over for Tom Brady, that's far-fetched.
People were probably saying Ryan Tannehill's done after Miami. He gets to the AFC Championship game with the Titans. It's silly. Michael Irvin, clean it up, buddy. Coming up next, was everyone too quick to dismiss the 76ers? Rick Bucher joins us next. When asked if he viewed himself as the new face of the NFL, Mahomes gave credit to Lamar Jackson being on the same level after winning the unanimous MVP award this year. Mahomes only 24, Lamar only 23. So we can expect a lot of exciting matchups down the road between these two. So, Rob, is Mahomes-Lamar the next Brady-Manning rivalry in the NFC?
Say it.
No way. Oh. No how. Not yet, at least. And I can see why people are excited about it with these guys, right? They're young. They're dynamic. We saw Lamar have his breakout year, his first year. What did they win? 6 out of 7 before they got into the playoffs. But obviously, Lamar hasn't won a playoff game yet. And Mahomes has already won a Super Bowl. This could, but I don't think we're there yet. And the other part of this is there's another guy who's also in the mix, and Deshaun Watson, who we kind of like poo-poo and act like he's not around, but he's going to be around as well. And I'm not sure. It might be one of these three, depending on who wins in the playoffs, so I'm not so sure.
One of them.
No.
One of them, definitely.
No. I meant
one of them, there's no question about.
No, Mahomes, I'm saying. He's already won a Super Bowl, but I'm saying it might wind up in the long term being Deshaun and Mahomes.
Oh, okay.
That's what I'm saying, is that it's not automatic, and I got to wait and see until Lamar wins a postseason game. That's all. We haven't seen that yet, and he's come out in both years unbelievably into the, having a hot streak going into the playoffs, and right away was buzzsawed out of the playoffs. Right. So I just think you have to win some playoff games and get into the mix before.
So it's a premature talk. Right?
Just premature. Yeah. I'm not there yet. I'm not one of those guys. It takes a little while.
You're not
win a couple playoff games, and then I could say, wow. And then who knows, down the road, maybe Lamar is in the way of Pat Mahomes and stopping him from being the guy that Chris has already put into the Pro Football Hall of Fame already.
He might.
Oh, all right.
I'm just saying, look, Patrick Mahomes is definitely in this conversation.
Oh, he's won a Super Bowl. I don't think that's...
And an MVP. I mean, this dude's definitely in the conversation. And I do think this fits the Brady, Peyton Manning model perfectly. The only question is this, the sustainability of Lamar Jackson at that style. That's it. Because I don't even think, and I agree with you, he's got to start winning playoff games, but not to be this matchup, because Peyton Manning was 0-3 in his first 3 playoff games and played horribly. Averaged like 186 yards a game, completed fewer than 50% of his passes, and yet it was still Brady Mahomes or Brady Manning. So even if Lamar continues to have these great regular seasons but can't get over the hump in the playoffs, it still could be Manning Brady.
I still think at some point.
As